Just me. Is it just me? Say it. If I'm sick, say it. Say it. But I really believe there was a time I lived a long time ago. I believe I lived in the Holy Roman Empire. I was Emperor Tucus Facius, the Lord over all I surveyed. And together with my wife, Smegmacles, we lived a life of tawdry pleasure. You see, I lived in the Roman Empire right around the time of the ultimate decadence. And we would sit there fat and happy, binging and regurgitating and binging anew. Both on food and on love. No, we had no television in those days. We had to make our own cinematography. We had to make our own movies. And so I remember sitting around the den of pleasure. I had a belly full of food and a big goblet of wine. And I was sitting there with my right-hand man, Numnutius. My other buddy, Testicules, was right by my side. I said, how about some entertainment? I think these zesty wenches should provide us with some entertainment. I said, you there, Donadocles, go get Erectus and the two of you grab Syphiliticus and Gonorius and entertain us for a while, would you? Everyone, there's going to be a show. That's the kind of life we lived. We'd sit around, bloated from food, and we'd watch our slaves enjoying themselves for our pleasure. When suddenly, Tildonius came running in and said, Tucus Facius. I said, what is it, Tildonius? He said, Hemerotocles and Suppositorius are reporting an attack at the main gate. I said, my God, mobilize the militia! Mobilize the militia immediately. Call Squarasius. We must mount a defense, do you hear me? Get Phoscidius up here immediately. And so sure enough, we delegated responsibility. But the attacking force was too much for us. And we were overrun. Actually, we deserved to be. We were all fat from food and drink. We had all entertained ourselves too long. The attacking force was lean, mean, and hungry. And as I was taken manacled up to the top of the castle and stood there on the ledge with a sword at my back so I could see the big fall I was about to face, I thought quickly. I looked at the leader of the attacking force. I said, tell me, Smegmacles, what have you got planned for me? He said, I'm going to push you off in front of your whole kingdom so they can watch you fall and splatter to the ground. And know it is I, Smegmacles, who shall now lead the tip of this country. I said, no, you're not going to do that, Smegmacles, because I know how you hate me. And you really want to torture me, and killing would be too good for me. I think what you're going to do is take my wife, Smegmacles, and have all of your men brutalize her, one by one, before my very eyes. And then with your broadsword, one by one, you'll lop off her limbs, and then you'll take her screaming torso and drag it behind a horse. But me you will treat well. Me you will feed and give me food and drink, knowing full well the memory of how you brutalized my beloved wife Smegmacles will live with me for the rest of my days. I know the kind of man you are, Smegmacles, and you plan a torture for me far more intricate than mere killing. No, you'll keep me in fine style. You may even let me become a member of your court. But every time you smile, you'll know that I'm thinking of the way you brutalized my wife and forced me to live a life of misery in the recollection. Smegmacles looked at me for a second and said, nice try, hotshot.